it's your girl Drea back with another video. If you are new here, welcome. If not, welcome back, y'all. Hey y'all, so as you can tell by the title, I have a story time for you guys today. I didn't give up on Vlogmas, but y'all already know it's been over a week since I even posted a video. So I told y'all I would try, but I had things going on and now I'm back. All right, that's all that matters. So I'm back. So make sure y'all are like, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. Also be sure to hit that post notification bell so you can be notified every time your girl upload a video. Okay? Also be sure to follow me on social media. Everything is linked down in the description. And yeah, so let's get right into this story time because I am going to be giving you another video or a story time on the baby daddy series that I'm doing. I know I had did like 2 or 3 other videos for the baby daddy series and it was kind of all over the place, like not in order. Not that it has to be in order, but it just makes more sense if it's in order. So I had gave you guys when me and my baby dad first met. So you can watch that video first. I'm gonna link it up here somewhere. But you can watch that video first because I'm just gonna go right into, you know, the story of what happened after that. All right. So in that last story on Baby Daddy series, and y'all, I made a playlist for this. So you can go straight to the playlist and just watch that. That's where it's at. I believe I left off saying I met him when we were both working at Outback Steakhouse. And we had chilled for the first time at the studio. And I had slept over there, y'all. Remember, I slept over there. We ended up doing the first time we chilled because we grown, so don't judge me. And yeah, he was like a real cool, real good vibe. And then I had mentioned like the next morning we gave each other a kiss goodbye. I was saying how his breath was stinking hella bad, and I just did not like him after that. Like, y'all, okay, the more than breath was more than breathing. Okay, it was, but obviously we still hung out after that. So after that time, like I said, it was cool. He was a real good vibe. And we just started texting. Like, we was just texting more. He was calling me more on the phone, FaceTiming me, all that. He'll be hitting me up like, hey, you work today? Oh, do you work in the morning? Do you work in the evening? And he worked mostly mornings. I worked mostly evenings. So we're just getting to know each other through text and calling because we're at this point, we're not really seeing each other at work or like that. Now, there was at one point as I'm getting to know him, I find out that he don't have a home. He basically homeless, y'all. This man is homeless, okay? And I didn't know this because he kept it hitting pretty well. Like, he was always up at the studio, but I'm thinking he's just working because he's always, you know, editing videos and all that good stuff. So I didn't think nothing of it. Like, you know, I get it. Not only that, but the area where the studio was, he would always tell me how he lived up the street in that same area. So I'm like, oh, cool. Like, I understand maybe you not wanting me to come chill with you at your crib. You want to chill at the studio because the studio was real comfortable as well. So I had no problem doing that. So we started hanging out more and more at the studio until one day he said he was moving, like, not across town, but it was definitely like 20-25 minutes from where we were hanging out at. So he said he was moving across town, and I'm just like, oh, cool. And he's just like, yeah, my granddad actually lives there, but he's going away and he wants, you know, me to stay there. You know, my mom thought it was a good idea for me to stay there as well, you know, so somebody's looking over the apartment. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. You know, that's what's up. That's what's up. Like, I'm not thinking nothing of it. It made sense because that's when he told me, yeah, you know, I'm not really staying nowhere right now, so I'm gonna just stay there. So that's where I kind of put it together, like, oh, he wasn't staying nowhere. Like, he was sleeping out of the studio. Yeah, it'll come together. So I'm just like, oh, you know, that's cool. You know, I'm not judging him because, I mean, I live with my mom. I mean, mind you, I just got out of college and all that, but whatever. Also, just to keep in perspective our ages, I was, like I said, fresh out of college. I was 22 years old, and when I met Matt, he was 28. So he was already older, and he already had a son who was 2 at the time. And y'all, it's just so crazy because like I always told myself, like, yeah, nah, I'm not talking to no nigga who already got a kid. Like, you know what I'm saying? So me knowing that he already had a kid, I really liked him. But a part of me was just like, I'm not about to get super serious with this dude because he already got a kid, and I'd rather be with somebody who, you know, who doesn't have kids, you know? So I know a lot of women who feel like that, but just know when you meet a person and you really fuck with them, you're not really going to care if they have a kid or not. But that's only if the situation isn't like toxic and the baby mama cool and all that good stuff. But anyway, so he has a son, and you know, he's, you know, he would talk about his son and whatnot, and you know, it was cool. He would show me pictures of his son. He was so cute and all that good stuff, and I'll just be like, oh, but at the end of the day, there wasn't really much to say because I'm just, you know, still really getting to know you. We didn't really get to the children part yet or nothing, because y'all have to understand, everything is still so just like fresh. And like I said, we met working at Outback in November. We talked. We didn't really start talking until like December, closer to Christmas. And now at this point where he is moving into his granddad's apartment, it's January, like just as right after New Year's type thing. So at this point, once he moves to his granddad's apartment, we're literally talking every day. We're literally meeting up every day. If it wasn't every day, it was definitely every other day. Like that's how much we was linking up. So it would be like he worked the day shift, so we would have to leave the house at like no later than 9:30 in order for him to get to work by 10. And matter of fact, he was the cook, so he had to be there like earlier. I think he had to be there at 9. Yeah, he had to be there at 9 or whatever. So I remember I used to have to get up with him and, you know, leave in the morning, because mind you, I was working the evening shift, so I didn't have to be at work till 4. So I would just, I mean, y'all, it was crazy. It was the point where I was literally staying the night with him, like every night. It was so crazy how like fast things were moving, but not in that way. Like it was just, I mean, if I'm being honest, we were just sleeping together and kicking it and enjoying each other's companies, and we was going out on dates and stuff like that. Like we was doing this every day, every other day, I'm telling y'all. And that's why I felt like I knew him so much so quickly, because when you spend like every day with a person, like that's just what happens, I swear. So I'm getting up with him, he's going to work, I'm just going home, I'm chilling until I gotta go to work, and then when I get out of work, I'm going right back over there, y'all. It's crazy, like. But yeah, he was like a real cool vibe, and it was just so wild because like I said, I didn't even look at him like that in the beginning, because I was just like, But like the more I got to know him, and he was so funny and so like charismatic and just so like, you know, he just really had that personality. Like this, we was like on the same wavelength, vibe, all that good stuff. So I don't know, he was real cool, I swear. Now, like I said, we're getting to know each other, and time is just going by. I found that he was, you know, well, I already told you on the last video how he, you know, edits music videos, but he also shoots the music videos. So he's a videographer, but you know, he was also working at Outback, of course. And yeah, I just like really just, I don't know, I just liked how he introduced me to something different. And that's why I'm doing this today, because I just loved it. Like I was just like, oh, I'm hopping on this wave, like I love it, all that. Like it's so crazy. No, I'm gonna wait to say that. I'm gonna wait to say that, but I would be lying if I said he didn't. He definitely gave me like the change of thought process that I have now. And yeah, thank you very much, Matt. I know Matt is not his name, but Matt is his name in this series. So me and Matt, like I'm really starting to like him. Like I'm liking him, but I'm not like, oh yeah, I want you to be my dude type thing. It wasn't on that level yet, because like I said, everything was so new and moving so fast. But I was just, I was still texting dudes and stuff. I was still hanging out and chilling with dudes. And I'm pretty sure he was doing the same thing with other, well, I know for a fact now that he was talking to other women. But then, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm sure he's talking to other girls. Like, I'm not even on that type of time. Like, when it's me and you together, we vibe out, and that's just what it is. So I wasn't, I didn't really think much of it. But at the end of the day, I knew that he was basically with me and chilling with me the most and talking to me the most because we were together literally every day. But that could just be what I think, because who knows? He could have been with somebody else while I was doing my shift at work. Like, I don't know. We never talked about it. I don't care. It don't even really matter for real. There was this photo shoot coming up. There was my best friend, like I told, did I give her a name, y'all? I think I did give her a name, and I cannot remember what name I gave her. I can't remember what name I gave her, but I don't know. Her name doesn't really matter for the story time. But just know this was my best friend. And at the time, she was real into like doing modeling with different photographers around the city. She's doing her modeling stuff. And I guess she had linked up with this one girl. And this girl is telling her how like, yeah, I want to have this lingerie photo shoot. I want to have a couple girls. She got like this nice suite. And she was having this photographer come and basically film the girls in their lingerie and with like chocolate covered strawberries and like syrup pouring all over their bodies and stuff. Y'all, it was crazy. But basically my friend was just like, Drea, come and do it with me. And I'm nervous because, like I said, at that time, I had lost all that weight. I was really feeling myself. I had a confidence about me. And I really wanted to do it. But you have to understand, someone like me who lived in a very strict household growing up, my mom was always, your body is a temple and got this and got that. So I'm not going to lie. I was really nervous to do a lingerie photo shoot because I'll be honest, I was afraid about what my mom would think. So I'm like, oh yeah, I don't know. So, what do? I go talk to my mom about it. And I was so surprised when my mom was just like, Annie, do it. Go do it. Do it. Do it. Please do it. And I'm just like, okay, mind you, I'm 22 years old. I don't need my mother's consent. But her opinion just matters so much to me. Even to this day, y'all, my mother's opinion really matters a lot to me. And I don't know, she said, do it. Like, it made me like, really? And she's just like, do it. And I'm just like, okay. So my mom really gave me that confidence to do it. And I so badly want to post these pictures. I don't know if I'm allowed to or not though. But I so badly want to post these. I think a couple of them are okay to post. So I'll post a few of the pictures from the lingerie shoot. But yeah, y'all. So I'm like, okay, like I'm going to go and do this lingerie shoot with you. So my best friend's like, oh my gosh, yay. So I remember we went to the mall and we're looking for like lingerie and whatnot. So I found me like a little white, it was like a one-piece lingerie, 90, whatever. So I'm just like, all right, like this is what I'm going to wear. We ended up going to the hotel and I'm telling Matt, I'm texting him like, yeah, I'm about to do this photo shoot or whatever. And he's just like, oh, okay, whatever. You about to do a little lingerie photo shoot, send me some pictures, this and that. And so I'm just like, all right, bet. So I'm like, all right, y'all, I'm nervous because first of all, I've never even done a photo shoot before, but especially not in no lingerie. So I'm just like, oh my God, like I'm really about to do this. So of course I get there and, they got all type of liquor. So I'm drinking, like just trying to like, okay, Andrea, you can do this. Like, you're cute, you're sexy, you're fine. Like just trying to like pump myself up. So like I said, we're drinking and we get dressed into our outfits and I'm kind of just watching the other girls go first because I'm like, I'm super nervous, y'all, like for real. But I'm watching all the other girls go and I'm like, okay, this isn't going to be so bad. And I think I was the only one who came in like white lingerie. I think some of the girls came in pink. My best friend had on black, like, but everybody looked so cute. And you know, the photographer, which that's another thing, it was a male photographer. So I'm just like, oh my God, like, he's like, trust me, you're fine. This is strictly business. I'm here to try to make you feel as comfortable as possible. I have daughters. And he really did have a way of making me feel comfortable, I swear. So I was just like, okay. And then, you know, after so many drinks, I was just like, yeah, like, you in a place like this? Yeah, I was a trip. But no, so I'm just like, okay, all right, let's do this. So I remember I'm just like going through the photo shoot, and I got so many cute pictures. Like, I'm super proud I ever did that photo shoot, but I think that was like the only photo shoot I've ever done, y'all. Swear. Like, there's been other photographers or upcoming photographers wanting to do photo shoots in the city, but I don't know. I just never followed through with it. Like, modeling isn't something I actually want to do, but I actually do want to get some like nice pictures in. So we'll see. So I remember I'm sending Matt pictures and all that, and he's just like, oh, you look good, this is tonight. And I remember, y'all, this night was so long, because after we, you know, did the photo shoot, which took all freaking day, because after we decided we wanted to go out on the town, you know what I'm saying? We wanted to go out after that. So after we get all the girls done and video shooting, y'all, no lie, it's like 1 o'clock, like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. So I'm just like, dang, this took all day. I could have sworn we started this photo shoot at 3 o'clock. And there was only like 5 girls. Like, I don't know what was taking us so long. I really don't. But anyway, so I'm getting dressed, because I remember we had brought change of clothes to go out, because we had already planned this. So now I'm getting dressed, and we're getting real cute to go out. And yeah, so I know that at this point, oh yeah, y'all, let me tell you, Matt, he's a hustler for real. Like, not only was he working at Outback, he was a videographer doing music videos, but he also worked overnight at doing like home health care overnight, y'all. Like, Matt was hustling. So at this point, like, when I'm texting him and it's late and I'm sending him these pictures, he's already at work doing his night shift. So he's just like, oh man, y'all look so good. You look so nice. You did a good job. And I'm just like, oh, thank you, whatever. Because he's also seeing like the stuff that I'm posting on like Instagram and whatnot. So he's seeing all of it for real. So I'm really texting him throughout the night, because we're going to, we went to the bars, the club, you know, everything closed out too. But then we went like to the after hours and whatnot. And y'all, it's just getting later and later and later. And we're just still outside and we're up. And, you know, through the night, I'm still texting Matt and everything. And it's at the point, like, it's like 5 in the morning. He's just like, well, shoot, I'm about to get off. Like, you might as well come over. And I was already in a city near where he was staying at his granddad's. So I was just like, all right, yeah, bet. Like, let me know when you get home. And, you know, I might as well just slide through. Like, I'm already out here. It's 5 in the morning. We still outside. Yeah, it was crazy. So I remember I went back to the hotel, and, you know, some of the girls, like the girl who got the hotel was like her sister, her cousin, was all staying there. And then me and my friend, my best friend, like, we was there too, but she was just like, all right, I'm about to get picked up by her boyfriend. And I'm just like, all right, cool. Because I had drove there. And I'm just like, all right, cool. And I just so happened to get a call from Matt, like, come now, because I'm on my way, about to be there. So I'm just like, bet. So we all went our separate ways, and I went to Matt's crib. And yeah, y'all, at this point, it's 6 in the morning. I'm at his crib. So basically, I'm going there to just sleep, like, literally go to sleep, because it's late, and he worked the whole night shift, and I didn't have work the next day, and I don't think he did either. Or if he did, I don't think he worked till like 4 to the night shift. So I'm just like, all right, cool. Like, got there, I'm showing him some more of the pictures, and then like we go to sleep. So when I woke up, you know, we're still talking, and, you know, we're getting to know each other. And a part of me was just like, I don't want to say like I was insecure, but sometimes I get a little weird about showing certain stuff to the guys that I like. Like, for example, what I'm trying to say is, I didn't necessarily want to show like my best friend's lingerie pictures to him. And I mean, call me a jealous girl, but I didn't want him to be like, oh, she looked good or whatever. But yeah, I ended up showing him one of the pictures of her, like just showing like, oh, you know, this is me, this is me, this is me. And then he, you know, as I'm swiping on my phone, it's a picture of my best friend. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's my best friend. Like I didn't mean to swipe on it, but it happened to swipe on her picture. And he was like, oh, who's that? Like, she looked good. Like, who's that? And y'all, it rubbed me the wrong way. It rubbed me the wrong way because I'm just like, what? And he's just like, yeah, she looked good. Like, who's that? Who's that? And I'm just like, not him saying it again. The fuck? Like, not you saying it again. So he seen my face and was just like, oh, stop. Like, you know, I want you. Like, you're enough. You're enough. And I'm just like, like, okay, you're resting, and now you want my friend. Like, and y'all know his breath did not stink after that. But I don't know, just that comment about my best friend rubbed me the wrong way. But at the end of the day, I really wasn't that mad because she's a beautiful girl. But nigga, you're effing me. You're effing me. Okay? There's a reason why I tell y'all this. Y'all not gonna know the reason in this story, but there's a reason why I tell y'all this. So we move on for that. And like the day goes on, I leave him, he go to work or whatever the hell he did, but I needed to go home. So I went home, and I remember he texted me later on the day, like, I really F with you. Like, I don't want you to feel bad about, you know, what I said earlier about your friend. Like, I really want you. You really are enough for me, this and that. And I'm just like, okay. Yeah. So, yeah. So he says all that, and I'm just like, okay, cool, whatever. He's just like, yeah, come over, back over today or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, you know, I might come over later. You know, I need to be home right now. Like, I just need to chill at home. Yeah. So anyway, I feel like, I don't know if I went over there that night again or not. Because, y'all, I was over there every day, every other day anyway. So if it wasn't that night, it was the next day. So now at this point, we're still getting to know each other. We're still chilling. Now, that lingerie photo shoot was for, like, Valentine's Day. I didn't have nobody to give it to for real because, of course, I'm dating Matt, but I'm not about to, like, gift you with a lingerie picture of me. I feel like we haven't really been talking that long for real. And I already basically sent him the pictures, but I sent him, like, the unedited versions because the photographer, they, like, pick the 3 that they like, and then they edit it and, like, send you, like, the final edited version or whatever. So, yeah. Anyway, that photo shoot was done at like the end of January. So now we're rolling into February. And that whole month of January is pretty lit because me and my sister, Lexi, her birthday is in January. So, what did we do? Oh, I remember, y'all, her birthday was in January, and I was just like, oh my God, I want to go get my nipples pierced. Like, I don't know what made me want to do this. But I was like, I want to get my nipples pierced because, well, I kind of know why. My chests are smaller, and I just felt like I wanted to give them a little personality. So I got my nipples pierced. I did. So we went for her birthday. We went down to the tattoo and piercing spot downtown or whatever. And I think like on Tuesdays, they have like a buy one, get one. And technically, when it comes to the nipples, there are 2 different piercings. So I had to buy one and got one free. So it was like perfect. And I think she got her nose pierced, and yeah, it was lit. So we were like super happy to get our piercings and whatnot. And yeah, it was crazy. Oh yeah, I also remember that day because, like, of course, January and in Pittsburgh, it's always like snowing or like crazy weather. So we always have to like postpone my sister's birthday. And I remember the day of her birthday, we ended up both getting our, sorry if this is TMI, but we ended up both coming on our period, and we're both like, what the F? Like, this is just crazy. So if I'm being honest, I wasn't really chilling with Matt that month or that week, all like that. Because, you know, I want to be around some dude that I'm just talking to on my period, all like that. Like, of course, we could just be chilling and whatnot, but I'm just like, I'll just wait to see him this weekend. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so she's like, that's crazy because I came on mine too, and this and that, or whatever. Anyway, with all that going on that week, we ended up posting her birthday until the following week. And we had a ball. Like, Matt even came out with us and everything. Like, we was having a ball. But anyway, fast forward. I just have to say that real quick. But fast forward, so now we're, you know, like I said, we did the lingerie photo shoot and all that, and me and Matt are still talking. So February is now here. And like I said, my best friend, she already has a boyfriend. She's getting her pictures ready for her boyfriend, and my friend's telling me that I should give the picture to Matt and all that, and I'm just like, no, he already seen the pictures anyway, like whatever. So y'all, I put it on Instagram for Instagram to see, so you're welcome. And a part of me, like, we were so new and we were hanging out and stuff every day still, but I still, of course, didn't expect anything from him because Valentine's Day is coming up. And we didn't even talk about, like, if we were going to spend Valentine's Day together or anything like that. But I did end up going over there. Like, I remember we both had work. And when I got off of work, I ended up going over there. Mind you, I didn't expect nothing. We didn't talk about nothing. I didn't expect anything. So I remember I go over there on Valentine's Day. I remember we was just chilling, watching movies. We did end up having sex, of course, and we was, you know, we was doing all of that. So the next morning, I was talking to my girlfriend on the phone, my best friend, and she's just like, you know, what are you doing? This and that. And I'm like, I'm all right. I feel a little weird. And she was just like, what you mean? I was just like, I feel a little bloated, like, I feel, you know, I just feel a little bloated and all that. And I was just like, I know, I think I'm probably about to come on my period because, mind you, I came on my period around my sister's birthday. Mind you, my sister's birthday is January 10th, okay? Her birthday is January 10th. We both came on our period that day. So now it's February 15th because it's the day after Valentine's Day. So I'm telling my friend, like, oh yeah, like I'm feeling a little bloated today. Like, I don't know, I don't feel that good, you know, I feel like I'm about to come on my period. And she's like, oh, okay, yeah, you probably are about to come on your period. I'm like, yeah. I was like, honestly, I'm a little late. Now, the one thing about me, y'all, I come on my period at the same time every month, like clockwork. That's just how my body works. So, I'm not gonna lie, like the 14th, 15th, it's just a couple days to me. You know, I came on the 10th of January. Doesn't mean you're going to come on the 10th of February. Now, me knowing my body and how it works, that's usually what happens, if I'm being honest. Like, I usually come on like the day or the 11th. You know what I'm saying? Like the next day after. But with it being a couple days, I still didn't think much of it. I'm like, oh, yeah, especially with like the bloating. I'm just like, yeah, I'm about to come on my period. So I'm like, you know what? Let me call you right back. So now I'm calling my sister. I'm calling Lexi like, hey girl, did you get your period this month? She was like, yeah, I got it a couple days ago. Mind you, this is the sister that we both came on our period the same day in January, right? Now it's February. She's talking about she had already came on her period a couple days before. And I'm just like, okay, cool. I think I'm about to start mine today because I'm feeling bloated. I was just wondering if you had already got yours. She's like, oh, yep, I got mine. So I was like, all right, cool. You know, I'll see you in a little bit because I'm about to be home in a little bit. So she's like, all right, bet. So now I called my best friend back. And I'm like, yeah, that's crazy. I had called Lexi to see if she had gotten her period because we had gotten ours the same day in January. But now she already has hers and I didn't get mine yet. And, you know, of course, my best friend is just like, bitch, you're pregnant. Like, you need to go take pregnancy tests. And I'm just like, pregnant? I'm just like, no, I don't think so. Like, I don't think I'm pregnant for real because, you know, I usually come on my period around this time anyway, and I'm bloated. So pretty sure it's just that. So she's like, well, fuck it. Just go to the dollar store anyway and meet me at the mall. So I'm just like, okay. Like, if you want me to prove it to you that I'm not pregnant, like, I don't really care. Plus, yeah, I can go to the mall. I don't mind going to the mall. So now at this point, mind you, I forgot to mention it, but Matt had already left. He had already left to go to work, and I was just still at the apartment by myself. So I'm just like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna just meet you at the mall. And she's like, all right, cool. So I leave Matt's granddad's house and I go to the dollar store and I buy 3 pregnancy tests, y'all. Because them dollar store tests, you gotta get a couple, because you can't really trust them all like that, even though I guess they're pretty accurate. But I went and bought 3 of them. So once I got the 3 pregnancy tests, I hit my girlfriend up and I was just like, hey, I'm pulling up to the mall. She's like, cool, I'm gonna be there in a couple minutes. So I'm like, all right. So I goes and I walk to the bathroom at the mall. Y'all, why are we the one that's at the mall? I don't know, because she could have just came from my house, but I think she needed to get something at the mall, if I'm remembering right. I don't know, but she missed me at the mall in the bathroom. So now she's like, come on, I brought a cup. I'm just like, okay. So y'all, I go there and I'm peeing in this cup. Literally, I take all 3 tests at the same time. And now we're just in there and we're talking. I'm telling her about our night and how me and Mappy, just basically telling her about where we are now in that point of time or whatever. And yeah, so I think we had to wait like a minute, 30 seconds, 2 minutes. I forget how long you gotta wait, but we had to wait however long. So we're just talking. And at this point, my friend's like, all right, check them. I'm like, all right. So now I'm checking them. And I'm looking at the first one. And I can't remember if it was the 1 or 2 lines one or if it just says a plus or whatever. But I think it was the one with the lines, y'all, if I'm not mistaken. Because what you had to do was pee in a cup. It comes with like a little dropper. So you get the dropper, you suck up the pee, and then you put it on like the little, I don't know, the little circle things they got on each pregnancy test. So once you do that, then it pops up 1 line if you're not pregnant, 2 lines if you are pregnant. So now we're just looking, and we look at the first one. Y'all, there was 2 lines. There was 2 lines. And I was just like, nuh-uh. And my friend is just like, bitch. And I'm just like, what? She's like, look at the other ones. And I'm looking at the other ones. Both of them, 2 lines. All 3 of them, 2 lines. They all had 2 lines. So now I'm just sitting there like, oh, okay. Like, I don't think it fully clicked to me what was going on here. It didn't fully click to me what was going on here. So I'm just like, okay. All right. 2 lines. So now I'm looking back at the directions, y'all. Because, like, I'm just, like, in disbelief, bro. Like, no. So now I'm reading it, and it's like, yeah, 2 lines means pregnant. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Go back to the paper. 2 lines means pregnant. 1 line means not pregnant. I mean, 2 lines. Okay, yeah. All right. Well, that doesn't mean anything. This is a dollar store pregnancy test. Not even a dollar store. This is a Dollar Tree pregnancy test. Like, no. So my friend's like, all right, cool, come on. Let's go to the emergency room. And I'm just like, yeah, because that'll give you, that will give me a more accurate, depiction of whether I'm pregnant or not. Because I don't think this is real. I don't think this is real. So now I'm just like, all right. We go to the, what's it called? Sorry, y'all. We go to the emergency room, and I'm in there, and I'm just like, oh, yeah, I need to, there was a lot of people in that emergency room, okay? And I'm just like, oh, yeah, like, my friend told me to lie. So I was just like, okay, just to get seen faster. I'm like, I'm throwing up green shit, and I got the runs and this and that, and my stomach hurts, and basically trying to get me to go back faster. Y'all, I still had to wait 2 hours to be seen, but whatever. So, and my friend was right there next to me the whole time, because she was not leaving it, because she just knew my ass was pregnant. She just fucking knew. So I'm just like, okay, like, we're gonna just wait till we do a test and all that. So, they had me pee in a cup and all that good stuff. And we're just waiting in one of the rooms forever. So the doctor comes in, and that he comes in with the nurse, and my friend is sitting, you know, in the chair in the room, and the doctor sits down and it's just like, yeah, so, you know, you said you've been throwing up green stuff and all that. And I'm just like, yeah. Like, get to it. Because I want to know, like, am I pregnant? Because he was like, is there any chance you could be pregnant? And of course, I'm telling him, like, I guess, like, I have been having, like, unprotected sex, and I came on my period January 10th, and it's now the 15th. So, I mean, I guess there could be a possibility, you know what I'm saying? So he basically was just like, look, you're pregnant. And my friend is in the chair like, oh, I knew it. And I'm sitting there like, okay. What? He was just like, yeah, so you're going to need to get you some prenatal vitamins. And he's saying all this stuff. And I'm just like, Like, I'm replying back to him, but I'm not fully like taking in what's going on, even though I know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? It's so weird. So now I'm just like, oh my God, like, okay. And then he was just like, yep, do you have any other questions? You know, do you want to stay longer, do more tests? Because you said you're throwing up green stuff and we want to do more tests on that. And I'm just like, oh, no, I'm good. He just like, well, I don't recommend you leaving. I'm not discharging you, but I can't make you stay here. I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna be taking myself out of this emergency room. Like, I'm okay, I'm good. And he was like, all right, well, I'll go get the paperwork saying that you wanted to leave, but I didn't dismiss you. Because, you know, of course, me and my friend knew I was lying about throwing up green shit. But, you know, the doctors, they take that stuff serious. So I'm just like, okay, you know, thank you very much or whatever. So now the nurse and the doctor, they leave the room. And my friend is in there like, yo, Drea, like, what are you about to do? Like, mind you, we're adults. Like, we're 22. But at 22, I felt like I was still a kid. Like, I was just fresh out of college, still living with my mama. But you're doing grown-up things, Drea, so you gotta, come on now. But my best friend at the time, she's like, girl, you're good. Because at this time, her son, which is my godson, he was 4. My friend got pregnant when she was 18, fresh out of high school. So she's like, girl, what you wanna do? This is not. Y'all, it was a lot. So she was just like, oh, well, you gotta tell Matt, like. And I'm over here like, Matt, I gotta tell my mom. I'm like, I gotta tell my mom. Like, I'm about to tell my mom, y'all. So I'm like, I'm starting to get nervous. I'm starting to get so nervous because I'm like, oh my God, I gotta tell my mom. Mind y'all, I'm 22. I'm still living in her house, but I'm 22. Like, I'm more than capable, oh gosh, capable of doing what I gotta do. But it's just like, did I want to do that? I don't know. No, at the time, I always said I didn't believe in like abortion. Can I say that? Yeah, I didn't really believe in that. But at the same time, I feel like you really don't know until you're in that situation. You know what I mean? Like, you really don't know what you believe until you're in that situation. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, you know, my friend's like, oh, well, you know, I'm going to go home with you. Like, I can come home with you. And I'm just like, yeah, you can. That's fine. You can come home with me. So we go back to my house and I'm nervous. I don't tell my mom right away. I don't. Like I said, I grew up in a strict household, and a lot of what my mom thought really just mattered to me. It still does, like, but not as much for real. But a lot of what she said still mattered to me. Like, I was so nervous, y'all. Like, oh my gosh. So listen, let me tell y'all. I went home that day and I thought about it. I didn't even tell Matt right away either. I went home that day. I thought about it. You know, me and my best friend were kind of just like talking about how we should say it, how this, how that. Well, not we, me. How we should tell my mom, how I should tell my mom, how I should tell Matt. We're just talking or whatever. And yeah, so of course I slept on it. She went home and she hits me up the next day like, girl, you gotta do it today. You gotta do it today, because if you don't want to follow through with this, you know, the sooner the better. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, okay. So listen, I go downstairs and I'm just like, hey, Mom. And I go and sit on her bed and I look at her and I say, Mom, I have to tell you something. She looks at me and she was like, okay. Because she sees my face, so she knows it's not necessarily something good. And she's like, okay. And I'm just like, y'all gotta watch my next video to find out my reaction. Sorry, I had to do it. But y'all, it's good. Y'all, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. I was so nervous just now. I was very, very nervous. Oh my gosh. But yeah, y'all, sorry. I gotta cut it right here because this video is getting long and it's a series. You know what I'm saying? It's a series. I gotta leave y'all off on like a little cliffhanger kind of something. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, stay tuned. I don't know if I'm gonna tell y'all like what happened next tomorrow, or maybe I will. Maybe I'll just give it to y'all back to back like that. Like, I'll think about it. We'll see. We shall see. But anyway, y'all, thank y'all for tuning into today's video. All right, I really appreciate y'all. But turn your post notification bell on because I may be posting the next part of the series tomorrow. So if y'all want to know what I said to my mom and know her reaction, and what I said to Matt and know his reaction, they gotta turn our post notification bell on so y'all know I posted the video. All right. Anyway, make sure y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.